We must stop the production of new clones if we are to win this war. I am a hero of
heroic cyborg General Grievous.
Grievous is not cruel, Grievous is not malicious. Actions of Grievous are heroic as a fact. It doesn't.
Isn't it? I've been looking forward to meeting you.
In the world of Star Wars, there is many lies that float around General Grievous's heroic character in Star Wars: The Clone Wars. People tend to think Grievous's character was ruined in the Clone Wars, which is just straight out lies, because the only thing these people making these type of videos want is clout and views, while we over here only here for the truth and the facts, as we don't care about views, because the truth matters, not the views. And the reason why we are talking about this is because people think Grievous's heroic character in Star Wars: The Clone Wars in the series of 2008 was ruined, in quotation, because he looked weak. But that's not the case, as he is a hero hindered by plot armor. Now, the reason why we are talking about this is because people think General Grievous's heroic character in the Star Wars: The Clone Wars was supposed to be this evil Legends Grievous from 2003, but that version of Grievous, in quotation, doesn't exist anymore. And that, yes, that is the original design of the character, but that doesn't mean Grievous's character in Star Wars: The Clone Wars is supposed to be that, because it's the different versions. Like I already said before, once you change the backstory of a character, that's not the same character. As I said in previous videos, once they change Darth Maul's backstory in the Clone Wars, it's not the same Darth Maul from Legends. Once they change Grievous's backstory in the Clone Wars, it's not the same Grievous from Legends. And that's what people have to understand. Grievous is a hero in Star Wars: The Clone Wars, and that's a fact. He is not a villain, because he's not the original Legends Grievous, and he doesn't do any evil actions. Grievous only does heroic actions as he fights for the galaxy and his people and kills the evil called the Jedi that have slaughtered his people for no reason in Star Wars: The Canon. And the reason why we're saying that is because it's just have to put a perspective on people to let you know that this version of Grievous in the Clone Wars is not the same as the evil Legends Grievous from the 2003. So get this whole thing saying Grievous a hero, some in quotation villain, and he's supposed to be this villain, out of your head, because it doesn't exist. Legends Grievous is not a hero, and he doesn't exist anymore. So stop it with the stupid confusions thinking Ken Grievous a hero is supposed to be this Legends. Now, all this nonsense trying to say he was ruined, in quotations, he's just a hero hindered by plot armor, especially in season 1 of the Clone Wars, where they really do this stupid thing trying to portray the Republican Jedi as the quote-unquote heroes and the Separatists seeing Grievous as quote-unquote villains, when it's really the other way around, as Grievous and Separatists are the heroes and the Republican Jedi are the villains. But the thing is, they try to make the heroes lose, and that's what happens. They make Grievous a hero appear as this quote-unquote Saturday morning cartoon villain, in quotations, which is just so far-fetched and false, because Grievous is not even a cruel and malicious person, so he's not even a villain. And he's a Friday night cartoon hero, if you really want to be technical, because Clone Wars came on at Friday nights on Cartoon Network. But the issue is with this is that Grievous's heroic character, he's hindered by plot armor. And this is what we're going to have to break it down for all of the lies and all of the nonsense that comes around Grievous's heroic character. They love to say he's weak, he's ruined in the show, because season 4, when the hero had to fight against the evil Gungans and they just beat him so easily. Even India Blade Wolf, a good friend of mine, said that people forget the Gungans are warrior race. And people sitting here trying to say, oh, so yeah, no, not every Gungan is Jar Jar. That's just the truth, y'all. And yes, Grievous is a warrior as well, but it was plot armor to make the hero lose, because Grievous was holding him off as best as he could. But I'm going to talk about the real truth, is why people always keep trying to say Grievous's heroic character is quote-unquote ruined in the Clone Wars. The real reason is because Grievous is a hero that's fighting Jedi villains that have to survive. And people don't understand this. He is a hero that is fighting Jedi villains that have to survive. He is fighting Anakin Skywalker in space. He is fighting Ahsoka Tano that has to live because of Dave Filoni when she was supposed to die. He's fighting against Obi-Wan Kenobi, who has to live until episode 3, till in their last fight. He's fighting against Kit Fisto, who has to die at Palpatine's Senate office. He's fighting against East Koff, who could have died, but Dave Filoni wanted to keep him alive. So, and Adi Gallia wanted to keep these people alive and then got killed by Savage. So, all this nonsense of trying to say Grievous is so-called weak, he's fighting against villains that have to survive. So that is the issue. If Grievous was fighting Jedi villains like Nadar every episode, or like the 13 random Jedi he killed before the Lair of Grievous aired, then Grievous would be, then you would see the strong hero feats of the heroic cyborg general. But since he's fighting against villains that have to survive, it makes him look quote unquote weak. But like I tell people, he's not weak if he already killed 13 Jedi villains before the show aired. But it just looks so called weak because he's fighting against villains that have to survive, and the plot armor makes the hero Grievous lose. So this is why I always have to tell people the real truth. Grievous' heroic character was never ruined in Star Wars The Clone Wars because he is a hero hindered by plot armor. Remember that. Stop listening to these lies that these people are spreading on YouTube, trying to sit there and act like their opinion is quote-unquote fact. Your opinion is not fact. I only hear in speaking facts. Your opinion gets hurt because I speak the facts and speak the real truth. So, and that's just the truth of what it is. Grievous' heroic character was not ruined because your opinion thinks, oh, I can lie and sit here and say it's facts, but it's not. Anyway, that is all General Grievous Hero, the Factual Clone Wars, has to say. Like, subscribe, share if you're new, and if you already know General Grievous Hero, the Factual Clone Wars, his famous heroic quote, let's do it. I've been looking forward to meeting you, and remember, I'm a hero and not a villain, and think I'm so-called weak. Ha! You're just a fool. Anyway, have a good day, y'all. Always remember that Grievous has a fact and not an opinion. Keep it factual and keep it real, y'all. I'm out.